Hi and welcome to Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. Today is December 25th, 2014. My name's Jennifer and I'm your Thursday vlogger. Merry Christmas everybody. I hope you guys are all hanging in there. It, leads me into this week's topic. Hanging through the holidays. What type of support are you utilizing to get through this season? How do you handle the food and family and financial stress often associated with this time of year? So it's kind of a two-part question. I'm going to start out with the first part, which is what type of support are you utilizing to get through the season? My biggest support is my husband, and I find myself to be a very, very lucky girl with marrying another bariatric patient. We rely on each other for support. Frankly, we live the weight loss surgery lifestyle. We measure our food, we prep, we don't question each other, unless one of us is making a bad decision, then the question gets on the table, which is what I personally need it. I need to be called out if I'm eating something I probably shouldn't be eating. Yeah, I've given him permission to call me out on that, and vice versa. He is my biggest supporter, and I'm very thankful. I made the decision this holiday, and actually I've done it every holiday for as long as I can remember, even after having weight loss surgery. I bake cookies. I bake cookies in abundance, and I live in a trailer be damned, I still did it. It took me twice as long. You try baking cookies in a oven that's half of the normal size. So I didn't do as many as I normally would, however, I still did some. I enjoy it. It's kind of therapy for me. I send cookies to work, to my work, to my husband's work, to neighbors, to family, and to friends. It's, just a little box of, a little treat from us. It's what I enjoy doing. I've had 2 cookies so far. It's my truth. But before having weight loss surgery, you better believe I would have had a lot more than 2 cookies. Last year I didn't have any. This year I had 2. I'm calling it a victory still. It's still not to the excess that I used to. So that's how I'm utilizing my support. I've given my husband permission to call me out if I'm doing anything in excess. If I'm eating something or drinking something that I shouldn't, he has my permission to call me out. And even if your spouse, significant other, whoever, child, whatever, or whoever it may be in your household, it's okay to give them permission to call you out. It really is. I mean, if you have to have a code word for each other, that's okay. I find that it helps, but that's just me. Moving on, because that's really all I have to say about that. Well, my friends are my support too. They are. I've got some wonderful, wonderful friends, and they're very supportive of my lifestyle, and they ask a lot of questions. So I'm thankful for that. But my everyday life is my husband. Second part of this week's topic is, how do you handle the food and family and financial stress often associated with this time of year? Some of you may know I'm estranged from my parents. That brings a different kind of stress, because I don't have them in my life to have the yearly stressors of, whatever drama of the season may be. But I have the grief of not having them in my life right now, if that makes any sense. So dealing with that, it hasn't been as bad this year. I've kept myself very busy, and talking with friends have helped. I did go to the 1 counseling session so far. I have another appointment scheduled in January. But the 1 counseling session gave me a lot to reflect on, so that was helpful. My in-laws, you know, they've been fine. I haven't had any issues there. We're actually going to be seeing them tonight, so hopefully everything goes well there. You know, my mother-in-law has been questioning our food choices lately, which has been kind of weird. She thinks that weight loss surgery is a diet, and I keep trying to explain it's just, we can eat anything we want. It's just portion control. Do we make bad choices? No. But I guess it doesn't make sense to her how we can still eat the same types of foods that normal people eat. I don't know. Weird concept that hasn't gotten through to her yet, but hopefully we'll slowly chip it away at her. Excuse me. Financial stress. My husband and I are building our house, so that comes with its own dynamic of financial stress. We decided that we weren't going to buy each other gifts this year. I am totally okay with that decision. Again, where am I going to put anything? We're living in a trailer and our belongings are all in storage, so I'm okay with not adding additional clutter to our life right now. So instead we decided that we are going to plan a weekend together, like going to the movies, going for a hike, going to a restaurant that we've always wanted to go to and just made excuses why we couldn't go. We bought our tickets for the trip in San Diego in April. So that was our gift to ourselves. We bought the tickets for the conference and our airfare. So we are set there. That's probably going to be our biggest trip next year because the rest of the time we will be at our property building a house. So financially, we're doing okay. We're not really stressing too much. We kept our gift giving with our godchildren down as much as we possibly could. We tend to go to overboard. When you don't have children of your own, you can't help it but spoil the ones around you. It is what it is. It happens every year. I tend to go overboard, but they're happy kidlets, so I'm happy. We kept our gift giving with our friends very limited. Some of my friends we already discussed there would be no gifts this year, just gift of our time together. Others we did homemade gifts, which I'm actually more happy about that. You know, time is getting away from us. It's the memories that we're all going to cherish forever. So if you can, give the gift of yourself to your friends. You know, make time for them. That's all everybody really wants anyway. So that's how I'm dealing with the financial stresses of it. And the cookie baking helps too. That's kind of my gift because it doesn't take a whole lot of money to make a bunch of cookies. You know, it takes my time. But, yeah, and the foods with family, that's the other part of the question. You know, our family's pretty much used to the way we eat now. Our friends are as well. It's, you know, like I said, it's the concept of getting around it, the type of foods that we eat, the concept for my mother-in-law to get around it. So we're still working on that. Okay, so there is one more part to the question, and that is, share a favorite weight loss surgery holiday memory. I would say it was the first Thanksgiving after we had weight loss surgery, and I was in such a panic of, oh my gosh, what are we going to eat? What is going to be on the table that we can eat? Because we went to my in-laws' house. My mother-in-law makes, you know, a spread for everybody in an army, and I was just so nervous that, you know, there was going to be mashed potatoes and stuffing and, you know, things that we wouldn't normally eat. It's not in our everyday lifestyle. realized we still eat food. I mean, what a funny concept. What is there going to be for us to eat? Hi, food on the table. There's always a tossed green salad on the table. There's always going to be a turkey. Protein, vegetables, boom, food. But I see a lot of people right now that are kind of in the same boat we were and panicking that there's going to be nothing for them to eat. Trust me when I say there will be options. You just don't have to put every single option that's in front of you on your plate. That's how you'll manage. So I want to wish you guys all a very, very Merry Christmas, and I will see you next week. Bye, guys.